next we move into the review, I think, right? Yep.
That is
The
right.
review
We're
of
in C.L.A.W, Joe, A Real American Hero, number 21, Silent Interlude. And Jamie, Tim, you picked this out for us.
Yep.
Jamie, I was wondering how you would like to go forward with reviewing it. Obviously, this is an interesting comic, a different one. Would you like to start first, to me, or how do you?
Do you want me to go? It doesn't matter.
I'll let you start. I'll let you take it away.
Me?
Then
Okay, I'll take it away.
I'll let you take it away, and then I'll continue.
Yeah. So this was something cool. I've only experienced this one other time in a book where the art told the story. And I think that's Black Widow issue 1 from like 2014, 2015. But yeah, this book is basically like from what I can understand is a search and rescue kind of book. I had to ask Tim because I have no knowledge of G.I. Joe whatsoever. Who are the characters in here so I know for today's review? And we have Snake Eyes. Oh my God, Destro.
You have Destro.
Destro. Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I'm missing one.
Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow. Thank you. I'm sorry. See, now I'm gonna get like, yeah, I'm gonna get ridiculed in the comments for this.
And Scarlet is the lady, the damsel in distress.
Well, dude, like just to see how I'm gonna go straight into it with the art. I'll let you guys partake in the story more, but how it was portrayed through seeing like the entrance into it, like the fights that broke out. There's the only words we get are on a monitor throughout this whole thing to describe what's happening, and that's for a brief panel. I just thought it was awesome. Like like you knew what was happening, you knew what was the fight, you knew what they were doing and going for. You didn't know at the beginning, but as the story progressed, you figured it out. And I love that aspect of having. You don't always need the writer to have words on the page. You can tell through art. And that's all you really need. So in this case, that's what they did. They nailed it on that. Tim, this is a great choice, for your first one, even though we couldn't find it at first.
That's inconsequential.
That's your fault. You gotta start talking to us beforehand. But no,
that's neither here nor there.
Well, we couldn't find it here nor there.
But I'm glad you liked it, though. That was the thing I was most concerned with.
Overall, I would give this a 10 out of 10. But because I don't know who anybody is or what happened, or if they beat up the bad guy or not, this got a 9.5 for me.
That's very
I thought
respectful.
It was great. I thought it was amazing. I really want to know who everybody is because I don't. But I really want to know that what the writer's objective was and how he formatted this to be told through art.
Right on. Okay, so 9.5. That's very, very solid. Sonny, I'm very curious to hear what you have to say about
it.
This.
Yeah, so Jamie, like you said, it's a search and rescue. It's Snake Eyes going out to rescue Scarlet. And excuse me. Yeah, a lot of story that, like you said, basically a search and rescue. And
yeah, right there. Dear God, he's summoning a demon.
Yeah, so they're trying to get me. They're always trying to get me, but they won't take over. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like I said, very interesting. Nothing like it. Where, like I said, I've never read. You mentioned the Black Widow issue, but I haven't seen anything like that where it's no dialogue. It's just the art. Like I said, it's more art telling the story, the actions, the characters. The thing is, like you said, Jamie, I was unfamiliar with some of the characters. I knew Snake Eyes. Some of the ones I more knew, like, looks like, I've seen this character, I've seen that character, but I was like, man, I really wish I'm like, sometimes I wish there was some dialogue so I could figure out who is who.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's one of those like iconic comics. It's so different, and I love when I do see something take a risk, like a big risk. I'm like, wow, this is a unique comic and takes a big risk of having no dialogue, and it's one that you could definitely revisit many times because it's not going to take much time because you're not reading anything, you're going through it. So I mean, I don't know how many times I went through it this week, and even to each time, I feel like my rating has been getting higher and higher since now. I'm like, okay, since I first went through it, I was like, I kind of wish that I knew more. And then when I've been doing more research, like I said, figuring out who the characters are,
Well, let me
And
ask
then-
you this, Sonny. Then, when you give your rating, what would your rating have been on just the one-off read versus what it is, what you're presenting today?
So for me, in the beginning, I was going at a 7.8. As I said,
Okay.
I really don't know anybody, but when I revisited it, and because I'm like, this is when I want to revisit, and I do definitely feel that it'd be a lot better in actual comic form because like, this is something I could see if I had this a long time ago. I don't know how many times I would have gone through it. So I do. So I enjoy J. Joe, a real American hero, number 21, Silent Interlude. Like I said, it's so original, and I believe this is one that will be like a flexible rating for me because I could see in time. Like I said, each time since the rating keeps going up. So right now I give it an 8.5. I really enjoy
Okay.
it.
Nice.
Right on. That was the thing I was most concerned with, was whether you guys were gonna like this or not. One, because
Well,
it's
my biggest problem though was like all I know of G.I. Joe was the one with Channing Tatum and what's his name?
The Rock.
Gordon Joseph
Joseph
Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, Robin from The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, or Blake or whatever his name was.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I remember coming into, and I don't know how long it's been since I've seen that movie, so I can't really tell you the name of the characters. But I knew Snake Eyes movie was coming out.
Yeah. Well, with this issue, the legacy for this issue is astronomical. This has been copied and homaged numerous times since G.I. Joe number 21 has come out. I'll give my rating right away. I love this issue. I give it a 10 out of 10. I think that Jamie, I think you
hanging out
said
with Sonny too.
I know. Stepping out of the box and trying something different that's never been done before, telling a story in just a visual medium and not with any word bubbles or anything like that. The letterer got the day off that day, but Larry Hama's writing in that is still phenomenal because he was able to portray to the artist exactly how we wanted each panel to be, and the artist did a fantastic job in bringing that to life and showing that search and rescue effort. Absolutely. But I think Scarlet is the star that shines a little bit brighter in this issue, because even though Snake Eyes is coming in to rescue her, she's the one that kind of frees herself and has to rescue him at the end.
Jumps in the way, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was really cool. But the other important thing with this issue is this is the revelation that these two guys have the same tattoo. And that's where the history with Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow really starts to unravel. Absolutely amazing.
It was that like red checker kind of thing
the right there on the forearm. Yeah, because at the last panel, Storm Shadow's looking up and his bandages are all torn up, and whoop, there it is. Oh, hey, look at that. Wait a minute, Snake Eyes has the same thing.
And when I was doing some research, I did find out like about the making of it because I was really interested in. Like, it's an interesting issue. It definitely gets you talking. So a good pick. And it said that the original issue number 21 was somehow lost in print.
Oh, wow.
So they needed to do something fast in 3 weeks. So Larry Hama was getting to work on it. And then he decided, you know what if we just don't have any bubbles? We don't have any dialogue. It's just great artwork.
That would cut it down.
You got to work,
dramatically.
Yeah, and look
3
at
weeks
it
later.
now.
Look at it. Yeah, like I said, it worked out perfectly. And it's often I've seen it on many lists of like best single issues ever. So
yeah,
it's definitely a legendary issue.
Well, I'm glad you guys loved it. Jamie, you did the 9.5. Sonny, you had an 8.5, and I give it a straight 10 out of 10. That's very respectful. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely better than 8 altogether.
Yeah.
And Tim, you sent us a video of the stop motion.
Did you watch it?
I watched it, and they did a perfect job. And everything was straight from the comic.
Yeah,
that's
amazing. It was like panel by panel.
Yep. All stop motion, and I think it was about 12 or 13 minutes, something like that. It wasn't very long, but the amount of work that they put into that, guys, if you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. All you have to do is type in G.I. Joe Silent Interlude stop animation, and you'll find it. It's one of the first videos. I think it's got Snake Eyes right on the front. Looks just like the cover for G.I. Joe number 21. Check that out. It's absolutely amazing.
Agreed.
After you read the issue and watch that, because with the added music and biffs and things like that, yeah, it adds a whole new dynamic to the issue.